Hello and welcome to another session of Let's Heal Together, preparing ourselves for liberation and ascension. Today we are continuing with our shadow work feature. This is part 3. We will be healing our inner child. So thank you for joining us. For those of you that are here, we would like to ask you if for just a minute you could please close your eyes, visualize this session, all participants, and I'm going to add all technology, surround it in brilliant white light for protection and optimum healing. So let me just put on a little music for Thank you for putting your beautiful light together, all of us around the planet here today, to heal ourselves as we prepare ourselves for liberation and ascension. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to be healing our inner child and continuing with doing our shadow work, part 3. So, thank you for joining us today. We welcome everyone from around the world. We invite you to, in the chat, if you would like, say hello. Tell us where you're from. We thank those of you who attend on a regular basis. We appreciate your commitment and your loyalty. And we offer a very, very big welcome to anyone if this is your first time joining us today. We welcome you with open arms. We had Peggy say hello. She's attended quite often. Galena sending heartfelt greetings from Liverpool. Peggy was from Sweden. Let's see who else we have here. We have Sergeant Pepper saying hello from Earth. Thank you for joining us. And we have, let's see, Mona sending love and peace. And we have, I want to introduce the team too. Let me introduce myself as well. My name is Deborah, and I will be your host today. And I am a leader with the Sisterhood of the Rose Planetary Network, and you may know me from my Cobra interviews. I'm joined by a fabulous team, international team here today, and I would like to have them say hello. So, Cindy, can you say hello to us, please?
Thank you, Deborah. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy from France. I represent the Prepare for Change Network, and I manage the French We Love Mass Meditation website. And monthly, it's a great pleasure to be with everyone to attend this beautiful session to heal together. So we are so much stronger together. So everyone, welcome to our healing session to heal our inner child, to continue our path on the ascension.
Yes, thank you, Cindy. And as you love to say, we are stronger together. That's why we do these sessions and why we do them live. Because the power of our energy together is really can make a difference, and that's what we're here to do. And just a hello, we had Linda from the UK say hello, and now we have Giddy saying hello from Lithuania. Peggy had a nice comment I'd like to share here. Thank you for holding the line. And thank you, all of you, for holding the line during this very, very important time. And so let me turn this over to Megan now. If Megan would love to say hello, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, my name is Megan. I don't have a cute picture up today, but anyway, I hail from the Western United States, and I'm pleased to say I have a tachyon chamber here in the Western US, and I'm just delighted to be here with all of you, and we will all work together and heal many, many aspects of ourselves. So thank you, Deborah, and everyone.
Yes, thank you, Megan. We are definitely going to be healing aspects of ourself, and this probably is a good time to share a comment that was put in here. It's a powerful comment. This is about the shadow work, not how many hearts you send. It's serious work in the depths of your unconscious patterns and sanskaras that are deeply rooted in your belly and your heart. And thank you for sharing that, because it is very powerful and very serious work. We're just going to touch upon it today. This is something we could probably do a year's worth of sessions on, but we are going to start the ball rolling to work on the inner child. And as I said, we've been this is our third session on shadow work. We do record these sessions, so if you want, you can go back to the Sisterhood of the Rose YouTube channel under the live tab to find those previous sessions, parts 1 and part 2 on shadow work. So we've talked about identifying your triggers. We've talked about our second one was on forgiveness, and today we're talking about our inner child. But before we get to that, we would love to, last but definitely not least, have Felipe say hello. Hi, Felipe.
Hello, Deborah, and hello, everyone. This is Felipe coming to you this time from Lima, Peru. It is 3:14 p.m. here, 23 degrees. That's awesome. And I'm so happy to be able to join here through the magic of the internet. Everybody can be connected. So we are going to have a great session. And if you speak Spanish, you are welcome to check the translation that I do of Cobra's blog, and is to be found on es2012portal.blogspot.com. And for all those who understand Spanish, bienvenidos. And for all those who understand German, herzlich willkommen. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you. It's our international Felipe. He normally comes to us from Germany, but he's traveled to Peru, and we are so delighted that he can be with us today. So, as he said, it's the power of the internet. So, we have Jacqueline saying hello from Brazil. So, great. Thank you all so much for saying hello. As you can see, we are coming from all over the world, and much stronger together. So let us talk today about what we're going to be doing. First, we're going to, let me share my screen here a moment with you so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. We're going to set an intention for this session. We're going to be invoking Command 1221. Then, as always, we prepare ourselves and protect ourselves when we do this powerful work. We'll be invoking the violet flame, a bubble of light, the white fire of An and Atvor. We will be doing a contract cancellation, and we will be invoking the beautiful energy of the goddess. Then for our healing presentation, we will focus on healing our inner child. We'll do a quick review of what is shadow work, discuss what is our inner child, do a very powerful exercise to heal our inner child, share some helpful tips, and do a lovely inner child healing meditation. We'll give you a chance to share some comments, ask some questions, and then at the end, we will end like we always do by invoking Command 771. That is a emotional healing protocol. We like to end it because you should be in a relaxed state to do this. And we're going to see if we plan at this point, if we don't run too long, to end it while we're resting, doing the Command 771, doing the Peace in the Middle East meditation. So if you would like to stay on for that, and as I said, if we don't run too long, we're gonna do that today as well. So we'll kind of wait to see where we're at that point. So that is our schedule for today. And I would like to mention right now, before we get too involved, for that exercise that we're doing for the inner child, you will need something to write with. So a journal would be fabulous if you have a special journal, a notebook, some paper, something to write with, or possibly for this you could actually do it on a tablet or a laptop or something. But we will be doing some inner work there in which you'll be recording your responses. So okay, Peggy, looking forward to this. Yes, thank you, Peggy. We love the enthusiasm. So let's get, as we say here in the US, let's get rocking and rolling. So we are going to set our intention. So if you could just please take a deep breath and repeat after me. We use this session to help us heal our inner child wounds, so we may be the best version of ourselves. Intentions are very powerful, so that's why we choose to do these together. And now we together are going to be invoking Command 1221. And I'm going to turn this over to Megan. So she's going to do a quick explanation of this for anyone who's joining us new. And so Megan, if you will please share with us about Command 1221.
Hi. So Command 1221 is a pretty neat little tool we can all use. So if you wish a personal team of light beings to be formed for you, say this Command 1221 protocol out loud 3 times. So the first time you say this, a team will be formed just for you. And each time you invoke the protocol after that, each time you say it 3 times, Command 1221, Command 1221, Command 1221, your team will check your status and help whenever and however they can. So if there's a situation where you need help or support, this is sort of like an SOS call to ask your team to come in and help you. You can call them as often as you feel guided. They're happy to assist when you ask them. When you say this out loud, it's more powerful because the vibration of your voice enables more possibilities for intervention on the physical plane. Okay, so Deborah, take it away.
Okay, so let's repeat together 3 times. If you would just like to repeat after me, and remember, say it with some conviction. You want to say it out loud if you can. Command 1221. Command 1221. Command 1221. And now visualize your team, your personal team of beautiful light beings being with you, being present. And I would also like to ask us to visualize us positioned all around the planet with our light teams, shining our light as bright as we possibly can. And our individual lights connect with all the other beings that are here with us today, forming a beautiful light grid around the planet. We are stronger together. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. And now let's move on to protection. And we will prepare ourselves for this session. We're going to be doing the violet flame. This is a very powerful invocation. It's very easy. It's very short. Basically, if you're not aware, the violet flame is an invisible spiritual energy. It revitalizes, invigorates our bodies, changes negative energy into positive energy. It transforms negative thoughts and feelings, and it provides a platform for healing. It's this power of transmutation that has a very specific quality. And when invoked, it changes all that it contacts into a higher and more pure state. The violet flame purifies any discordant energies so that things can be in harmony. So this is very good to do. It's a great way to start your day, end your day, use throughout your day. As I said, it's very easy. We're going to do it in a moment. And we are going to just invoke it together. And then, but anytime you feel any negative energy around you, or you're dealing with let's say a challenging person, a challenging situation, the violet flame is very, very good to invoke at that point. So, okay. Oops. All right. And you know what? I would even suggest, if you don't have this image, do a screenshot of it, and so that you have it handy, so that you can use it throughout the day. Okay. So if you would repeat after me, please. I call upon the violet flame.
I call upon the violet flame
From its primary source.
From its primary source.
To place a circle of protection around me.
Place a circle of protection around me.
I ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light.
I ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light.
Fabulous. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to invoke a blue bubble of light for some additional protection. And Cindy is going to guide us through this and explain to us what we're doing. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Deborah. So tonight we are going to do this simple invocation, which can protect us from negative interference, and you can use it whenever you need protection. You will need to visualize a pillar of light surrounding you and merging with you. You will visualize the light expanding and forming a protective barrier, like a filter, like a shield. A blue bubble surrounding your energy field, and usually we say this invocation 3 times in a row, but tonight, for today, we will do it only once. And as Cobra says, when he uses it at each conference, you can visualize an egg of sky blue light surrounding you, and make the short invocation or suggestion to manifest a protecting field around you against any negative energy. And it can complete the violet flame invocation very well. You can do it several times a day, several times at night. And when you activate this sky blue light, it actually activates Mjolnir and Advor technology to remove the anomaly. So we are going to do the invocation once out loud. I will give you the time to repeat after me between each sentence. But let's not forget, when you do this personally or individually, you can pronounce the invocation 3 times out loud in a row. So let's begin. May a blue bubble of light surround me.
May a blue bubble of light surround me.
May its light shield and protect me from all negative energies.
May its light shield protect me from all negative energies.
So be it, and so it is.
So be it, and so it is.
So now, for a few moments, you can close your eyes and visualize a bubble of blue light surrounding you and protecting you. Just feel it being very powerful around you.
Thank you, Cindy. Very powerful. And as Cindy mentioned, this is great to do throughout your day. so easy. Memorize this. Again, you might screenshot this, and just so that you remind yourself to do this. So great. Thank you. Okay. And now we are going to do a very powerful meditation. This is the White Fire of On, which also includes the Atvor technology. And we are going to be playing a guided audio. But before we do that, Felipe is going to come on and explain to you what this is. There is some significant technology involved with this. So Felipe, would you share that with us, please?
Sure. So the white fire pan activates the AND conversion, which helps to clear the subquantum anomaly that prevents liberation for planet. And conversion is direct system of transmitting light, bypassing the filters of contingency, and therefore transmitting light downwards in a full spectrum to each plane. This allows the divine intention to be transmitted by light to the densest of the planes, while transforming and healing, and reconnecting all reality to the One. The AND transformation system is continually transforming the universe into a reality where the One is once again in full power. When the transformation is complete and finished, the universe will be an exact reflection of the One, something so much looking forward to. We will also be using Atvor technology by calling upon a pillar of white light, and this will connect you to your higher self, your I am presence, and it will create protection around you.
Thank you, Felipe. So if it sounds impressive, it is. So what we're going to do, we have a 10-minute guided audio that we're going to play. If you could just bear with me for one moment as I switch screens. I have to, let's see how, I'm running the tech again today. So May has not been able to join us these last few sessions. She normally runs our tech. So let me just get that going for us. And so if you could start right now by just relaxing yourself, taking a few deep breaths, and we will get back with you in 10 minutes. Okay, hang tight. It's coming. I apologize.
The White Fire of On meditation. Before we begin the meditation, it is important to know this. The White Fire of On basically activates the On conversion. On conversion is a direct system of transmitting light, bypassing the filters of contingency, and therefore transmitting light downward in a full spectrum to each plane. This allows the divine intention to be transmitted by light to the densest planes while transforming and healing and reconnecting all reality to the One. The On transformation system is continually transforming the universe into a reality where the One is once again in full power. When the transformation is complete, and finished, the universe will be an exact reflection of the One. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe calmly. State your intent to use this meditation as a tool to clear the subquantum anomaly on the surface of the earth with the help of Source and the white fire of On, so that the event can occur. Now visualize your soul star chakra shining in brilliant white light. See this light as a downward flowing vortex that clears your energy field. Invoke Otwar. I call upon the pillar of pure white light to descend upon me and form around me. I call upon the presence of the I am that I am. I ask the presence of the I am that I am to join me and merge with me. A pillar of light will come from the mothership above you. The invocation will connect you to your higher self and create protection around you. Visualize the white fire of On emanating from the source, passing through the galactic central sun, then entering our solar system, then reaching Earth and clearing all subquantum anomalies on the plasma and physical planes, on the surface and around the planet. We collectively ask the source to nullify the subquantum anomaly on the planet and all negative exotic technologies in the white fire of On as quickly as possible. Visualize them dissolving and disappearing forever in the white fire of On. Visualize the source absorbing all these quantum anomalies and bringing creation back into the one and activating the event with its full power. Visualize the event happening, the prosperity funds being distributed, the new healing, transport and information technologies being introduced, and the first contact with our star brothers and sisters taking place. We are surrounded by pure love and happiness because this is the source and our will. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Victory of the light.
And welcome back. Yes, that is a very powerful meditation. I'm sure you could feel that. And it's actually a new meditation. So it might be something that you would like to include in some of your meditations. So we can put a link for that in the description here on YouTube so that you can access that meditation. And okay, so now we're going to move on to some more powerful work. Oh, I think I've shared the wrong screen. My apologies. Hey, we will get this right. Okay. I think Felipe, you're going to be up next. And let me just. Okay. Oh, I am sorry. You got to love live broadcasts, right? Okay. Okay. I think we're back. There we go. We're back. Thank you for your patience, everyone. All right, now we are moving on to contract cancellation. We have decided to include this in this session just because of the importance. And Felipe, if you would talk to us about that and then guide us through it, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. So let's talk about contract cancellation. Why is it so important? I think it is very easy to see that we are surrounded by a system in which we are in need to make contracts, not only right now, but before we came into this earth. So before we came into this earth, we signed up a contract that we were going to be limited, that we were going to, for example, do not remember what was our latest incarnation or what kind of life did we used to have. However, some people still remembers a few little things here up and there. But as we move uh, forward with life, every time, like for example, we want to get a job, or we want to use money, or we want to use a bank, we want to use just about everything, we make contracts with the matrix, and those are the chains that bind us. So one good way is to make this contract cancellation, which means that we are going to repeat aloud a few words that are going to actually cancel these contracts, because we are now aware of how it works, and we decide to leave them. And perhaps we can check on the next slide
Yes.
one example of one of text that we can do this. Okay, so we are going to repeat now this contract cancellation, and all together. And I'm going to say one phrase, and then you can start repeating after me. And please, it will be great if you could write this down. But right now, we are going to just say it out loud, and at the end, you can speak or sign your name, as it says there. Okay, let's start doing all this together. In the name of the I am that I am.
In the name of the I am that I am.
In the name of the divine soul presence that I am.
In the name of the divine soul presence that I am.
In the name of all ascended beings of light.
In the name of all ascended beings of light.
In the name of the Galactic Confederation.
In the name of the Galactic Confederation.
In the name of the Galactic Center.
In the name of the Galactic Center.
I decree and I command to cancel and nullify.
I decree and I command to cancel and nullify
All my past, present, and future contracts and agreements.
all my past, present, and future contracts and agreements
Made between any part of my being and the dark forces.
made between any part of my being and the dark forces.
All these contracts and agreements and all their consequences
All these contracts and agreements and all their consequences
are now completely erased from my reality.
are now completely erased from my reality.
I am now free.
I am now free.
All the karma of my whole being is now erased as well.
All the karma of my whole being is now erased as well.
I am a free, sovereign being of light from now until eternity.
I am a free, sovereign being of light from now until eternity.
So be it, and so it is.
So be it, and so it is.
In light.
In light.
And now please speak and sign your name. May all find time and energy to detach ourselves from all these agreements and contracts that we have with the dark forces, and may we all continue our process of liberation and ascension. Thank you.
Thank you, Felipe. I might make the suggestion that you, if you like, you can screenshot this one as well. Again, this, as Felipe said, this is something that if you choose, it's even more powerful if you want to write this out, and you can write it out and actually save it and carry it with you, keep it next to your bed, read it when you want to. So this is something that can be done over and over and over again. So, all right. Great. Now we will move on, and we are going to be invoking some beautiful goddess energy. Definitely more goddess energy is needed at this point in the planet, especially with several wars going on and just the complete shift that's coming up, and the truth that is being disclosed, and the energy of the goddess is, as you may know, is that divine feminine energy that is loving, joyful, compassionate, peaceful, soothing, nurturing, but it's also very, very powerful. And so we are going to be invoking the goddess. We're going to be playing a brief, it's about 4 or 5 minutes, guided audio. So again, all you'll need to do is just close your eyes. Let's bring in some beautiful goddess energy. Feel the goddess in the next few moments.
Return of the Goddess meditation. Relax your mind and body by watching your breath for a few minutes. Visualize a pillar of pink light emanating from the galactic central sun, going through your body to the center of the earth. Keep this pillar of light active for a few minutes. Then visualize a loving feminine presence in the shape of a beautiful goddess descending from the sky and entering your physical body. This presence will harmonize your inner woman and make you more loving. Stay united with that presence for a while. Visualize bright new spiritual future for humanity. With men and women in perfect understanding. With our society growing beyond need for wars and conflicts, as all dark entities, physical and non-physical, are removed from our planet. Visualize all wounds of humanity being healed, all humanity being inspired and guided, with everybody having their own connection with their own soul and the source in perfect balance of their inner male and female aspects. Please do this visualization as instructed and do not change it, as otherwise it will not have the desired effect.
Welcome back. And I would like to point out that that meditation is not just for women. It is very important that men do this as well. Accessing their divine inner feminine, just as women need to access their divine inner masculine. It's that balance that is so needed in our world today. But it is with our planet so heavily balanced in the wrong way in terms of the masculine energy. It is so important that we bring in more of the divine feminine into our world. It is this rise of the divine feminine within all of us that will heal the world. And so I would just like to point out that you can find the meditation that we just did, as well as other ones, on the Sisterhood of the Rose website. That is sisterhoodoftheRose.network, if you'd like to check that out. So, okay. So we have done our preparation. Yes, there's that website for you. And we've done our preparation. And now we are going to move on to the second half of this program, healing ourselves. And as I mentioned earlier today, we are continuing part 3 of our shadow work series, healing our inner child. So that's very important work as part of this shadow work. And I would just like to do a quick review if you were not with us for the 2 previous sessions. What is the shadow self? Just to talk about that a moment, because it can be confusing for people. People hear they have to do their shadow work, but then they don't always understand what exactly is shadow work. So the shadow self refers to the hidden dark side of the human psyche. These are those primitive, low vibrational human emotions and impulses, such as rage, envy, greed, selfishness, desire, and the striving for power. Your shadow self can be thought of as all the parts of you that are unseen, unconscious, unacknowledged, unresolved, or repressed. The parts of your personality that were disowned during your lifetime. And the more unconscious that we are of our shadow, the darker and denser its energetic stronghold is. And that last sentence is very powerful, because oftentimes when we are emotionally triggered by something, it is due to our shadows. And that's what we are addressing. And it is those disharmonious feelings and emotions that can keep our vibrations low, that can create havoc and chaos and disharmony in our life, as well as slow down our path to ascension. And so this is why it's so important that we heal ourselves from our shadows. And it is bringing the unconscious parts to the surface. So it's shadow work is not always easy. It can be challenging. It may bring up some repressed emotions. But it's important that we do bring them to the surface and then integrate them into our consciousness. And in our previous two sessions, we offered additional tips on how to do that. Because once you're aware of your triggers, which we covered in part one, and once you're aware of your triggers, you can then identify them as they show up, and you can make a conscious choice whether you let those emotions take over or not. So please refer to part one if you haven't experienced that yet, or if you would just like to review that. It has some powerful tips and techniques to bring those unconscious parts into your consciousness. And I would just like to make a comment here to include an astrology note that, and you'll understand why I'm mentioning this in a moment. Um, as you may know, Pluto moved into Aquarius on March 23rd of this year. And this was for the first time in over 200 years. But then it did go back to that. It moved back into Capricorn on June 11th. So currently, Pluto is in Capricorn. And it's in this position until it moves back into Aquarius again in January, on January 21st of 2024. And the reason I bring this up is in my recent interview with Cobra, and we've mentioned Cobra a few times in this session. If you're not familiar with his work, he is an intel provider whose work we use a lot of and follow. You can find his information on his blog at 2012portal.blogspot.com. But I would just like to share a quote, because we talked about this regress when Pluto moves back into Capricorn during this window of time. And if you may know about Pluto, it's a very powerful planet. Capricorn is a little bit more of a challenging sign, and Aquarius is a very uplifting and powerful time. You know, we are moving into the age of Aquarius. So when I had asked Cobra about this regress, he said this regress will actually be an opportunity for everyone to work on their shadows and prepare for the final push until the event. And so we are capitalizing on this window of time in which it is very powerful to do your shadow work when Pluto is in Capricorn. And so this is why we are putting this time and attention into this now. And we hope that you are too. And please, share this series with anyone you know that you feel could benefit from doing some shadow work, which honestly is pretty much everyone on the planet. So everyone has wounds that need to be healed. So let's specifically today talk about what is our inner child. And I'm going to be turning this over to Felipe for a few minutes, who is going to talk to us about this. Thank you, Felipe.
Right. So let's talk about what is our inner child first. There are many ways to describe the inner child, but I would like you to think simply about it just as your subconscious, but an interesting part or area of your subconscious. That subconscious that was filled with information and experiences and emotions when you were a child, up to your 12th birthday. So, and this area of your personality influences all you do and the decisions that you make when you are older. If you observe yourself and you notice that you reacted in a way that you did not want or that it was unexpected, then the reason could be found in an experience you had in your childhood, which shaped your emotions and might as well be responsible for the way you are acting today. The inner child is an area, of course, which never grows up. We cannot say, okay, my inner child grow up and just disappear, like a body usually does from babyhood to childhood to an adult. No, it is there. It never grows up, it never disappears, and it holds the memories and emotions, whether they are of high or low vibration, that you experienced. Some people also call the inner child the true self, especially in regards to damaged or concealed negative childhood experiences. It is relatively easy for ourselves or for an external observer to identify a wounded inner child because it usually expresses in the intense or extreme reactions which are triggered from memories in the past. Now, we have used the term shadow and shadow work in former sessions to be able to heal from subconscious programming, and we can do the same with the inner child. If that area of our psyche was harmed and holds trauma, then healing the inner child means moving those shadows or removing those shadows, those traumatic experiences that came to be due to experiences we had when we were children. In other words, shadow work helps you to identify the wounds, and inner child work will heal those childhood wounds. And to do this, we need an adult which is conscious of what happened and is properly informed about the many ways to start the healing process. So this is basically a long definition of what the inner child is. That area of subconscious that holds the memories of 0 to 12 years old. And now we are going to make a quick introduction to the inner child healing. As we all of us know, we cannot heal something that we do not know about. But just by participating in this session, you have started to heal your inner child. So we all go through all those childhood experiences which damage us somehow. I had not long ago to be among some children, and I could indeed see a lot of situations in which they could get some trauma or the start of a trauma. So the first thing that I notice is on myself that I tend to say, okay, I didn't have any trauma. And this is exactly how the subconscious hides trauma, because this is just basically a mechanism of self-defense. So we do not dwell, we do not abide, having those constant painful childhood memories over and over and along all our lives, which means that now when we have the tools, we can just get in there and heal it. And it is very extremely important that we go deeper and deeper into our subconscious. And there are many ways to do this. We can start doing it ourselves, or we can ask the help of others. One of the things that I was told to do, for example, is one of, and I'm going to describe this exercise briefly because the next part is going to describe you much more. Uh, an, an interesting exercise, but it was something like this. Okay, so I was invited to go through a bright portal, let's say, and then on the other side there was a child, and this child was me. So then I was starting to talk to this child and see why this person was sick, was sad, and so on. So I started to talk about this with this child, and I started to experience the emotions, the issues, what was the problem, the situation, and all the possible consequences. So then in that moment, I could promise to that child that I, the adult one, the adult version of myself, was going to be with him for the rest of his life. Okay? So, and in that moment, I started to explain to the child how was going to be working with him together. And eventually, I could hold this child in my arms. Well, I'm pretty sure that you all could do this at home as well, and then you will identify things that are perhaps a little bit more hidden, and you can bring them to the surface so they can be healed. And if you are, for example, asking somebody else for help, then this other person will be able to put you on a very relaxed situation in which the subconscious can start talking. And if you can perhaps have a book or something to write on what are the experiences, then it will be even better because you can start your own healing and then you can bring this to other persons so they can continue. Um, okay, so these are a couple of ways that I could think about how to be introduced to um, taking care of our inner child. And as we all know, we do have all these things, and now we have to start working on them and healing them, because this is extremely important for the event. Now, everything that we do at this moment with the tools that we have, with the time that we have, is going to be extremely important, because we are going to be a little bit ahead. And this is what it is expected from us, to be as much ready as possible, and then we are going to be doing fine. This is not going to be new stuff for us. We will have learned about how to do this, and we will probably be in the situation to help others as well. So, thank you for listening to me, and then back to you, Deborah.
Felipe, thank you for sharing that. That is very powerful what you said. And I would just like to stress what you just mentioned about, I feel that anyone that is listening to these sessions, whether it's today with us live or in the recording, you are one of the four leaders, in the forefront, as Felipe said, sort of guiding people through this shift. And the more that we can heal ourselves of things that on a subconscious and unconscious level sabotage us, and the higher we can keep our vibration by being free of these shadows and this almost prison of inner child wounds, the more beneficial we will be to humanity, not just to ourselves, but literally to humanity in the shift. So thank you for bringing that up, Felipe. That's very powerful. Okay. So now we're actually going to be doing an exercise, and this is where you will need something to write with and something to write on. We will be asking ourselves some questions, and it would be beneficial if you could record your answers, so that you can go back to these. And ideally, we would have 2 hours to do this. So this is why we're encouraging you to go back into the recording. And if an answer doesn't come to you right away, just maybe leave space on your paper and you can go back to it at a later time. You may want to continue this exercise on your own if you're not getting very clear answers at the moment. But this is, if this is something that you can continue to do after this session, we would highly recommend it. So I'm going to put some soft music in the background. We're going to bring ourselves in a peaceful state, and then I will be putting questions out there. And if you could just record, we'll give a couple minutes for each question. If you could just record the information that comes to you. And so there are 6 different steps that we're going to be working through. So let's begin our journey to heal our inner child. And I would like to suggest we start by taking several deep breaths to get into a relaxed state. Breathe out all stress, all tension, all lower frequencies. Breathe in light. Call in your team. Ask them to guide you through this session. As Felipe mentioned, you may want to open a portal of light that allows you access to your inner child. see this portal. Step into it. And there you have all the answers. Our first step is to identify. When did I first feel abandoned or neglected as a child? And how did that experience affect my emotions and behaviors growing up? Now we will move on to step 2. Inner stand. In what ways does this childhood experience still affect my life today? And how does it manifest in my relationships or self-perception? And now we move on to step 3, inner resources. What would I say to my younger self who experienced this abandonment? How can I provide the comfort and love that I needed at that time to my present self? Step 4, shift. What beliefs did I form about myself due to this experience? And are these beliefs still valid, or can I reframe them to be more nurturing and supportive? Step 5, integrate. What activities or therapies make me feel safe and supported? And how can I integrate these practices into my life to nurture and heal my inner child? And finally, step 6, initiate. Can I forgive those who may have contributed to this abandonment, understanding their limitations? Can I accept that the past cannot be changed, but focus on healing and growth instead? And now thank your inner self for the answers that you were provided. Ask for continued guidance to come to you, for continued healing, and know that you have started your journey toward healing your wounded inner child. Okay. And welcome back. Oh, I hope that you found that powerful. And as I said, you may not have gotten all the answers. I guarantee there's more there. So please show yourself some love and some self-care, and take some time to really go in depth further with some of these questions. So thank you for doing that journey with us. We are going to offer now some more tips that might help you on this journey of healing your inner wounded child. And I'm going to be turning this over to Megan, who is going to share with us 10 ways to heal your inner child. So, Megan, welcome.
Right. Great. Thank you, Deborah. Okay. So we'll just run through 10 little things you can do that are pretty straightforward and easy. And here's the list of 10. Number 1, acknowledge your inner child. Your inner child is not a childlike personality, as we've said. It's the part of your subconscious that experienced and still remembers your childhood moments and emotions, both good and bad. Your inner child feels safer when they know that you are paying attention to them, and it can help to simply acknowledge them, remind them you're looking out for them, and send them your love. So that's the first one, acknowledge your inner child. Number 2, hug yourself daily. So even if the conscious mind doesn't have the words to talk about it, the body remembers trauma. So supportive physical touch can help you soothe your inner child. Hold your inner child to bring your inner child some comfort. You can rock yourself back and forth if necessary. Hold tight. You might let your tears flow. Or just as powerful, smile big and know that healing is happening. You might try doing this for 3 minutes a day. Number 3, picture a happy childhood moment. So bringing yourself back to safe, calm memories can help you soothe yourself when you feel overwhelmed. Can you remember the happiest moments of your childhood? Spend a few minutes remembering how it felt, the pictures, sounds, smells, and feelings. Notice how it feels in your body to experience this sense of security. And also, if you can't remember a happy moment, then work with your imagination and imagine one. What would you have loved to have experienced back then? So you can grab your inner child by the hand and go there together. Here's tip number 4, do mirror work. So sometimes we have negative constructs happening, such as I don't matter or I'm not good enough. And these constructs are formed in childhood from mistreatment or abuse during those years. Mirror work can help you move beyond these narratives and work on developing a loving connection with yourself. So look deeply at yourself in the mirror each day and make some powerful healing statements to yourself, such as, I matter and what I want matters, and I will not stay silent. Number 5, practice self-compassion. It's not always easy to be kind to yourself. If you tend to judge yourself harshly, practice Practicing self-compassion can help you improve your relationship with yourself. So be kind to yourself to reduce anxiety, stress, and depression. There are some self-compassion exercises to help you get started, and these exercises include journaling, positive self-talk, doing a meditation about self-compassion, and you can challenge your inner critic. Practice self-compassion. Number 6, you can write a letter to your inner child. Write a letter to your little self, giving words of support that you needed when you were back being a child. State the words in your journal and read them out loud. Read the words you wished you would have heard with love, kindness, and compassion. If you're right-handed, you can also use your left hand or vice versa to write and to let your inner child express himself or herself with a story or a picture. You can converse with your inner child by alternating between your right and left hand. That's an interesting exercise, isn't it? Okay, so number 7, identify your emotional triggers. So what makes you instantly upset, angry, or fearful? Are you able to trace these experiences back to things that happened to you in your childhood? Perhaps your dad never truly listened to you, and maybe now you feel rejected when your partner is too busy to pay attention. When you identify where this pain originated, you can reassure your inner child that your inner child and yourself is safe, loved, and heard. Number 8, make time for play. So try spending some time doing what you love to do as a child. I really like this. Get out the coloring books, listen to music, play with clay, write a story, run barefoot in the grass, or watch an old cartoon. The important thing here is to feel creative and inspired again. Remember that play is built into our schedules as children. Remember how we always used to make sure we schedule time to play? But in adulthood, we need to play also. Playing in adulthood is just as important. Number 9, you can do an inner infant meditation. So we know that practicing meditation regularly can help people heal from past traumas. Meditation reduces stress and the effects of childhood trauma, and it also improves health in adulthood. So the inner infant meditation is a powerful meditation developed by John Bradshaw, who was pretty famous, and he was the pioneer of inner child work, and he wrote the famous book, Homecoming. So in the inner infant meditation, you can go back and reclaim your infant self and bring yourself home. Number 10, continue to educate yourself. So there are numerous books and online resources, including guided meditations, that will help you on your inner child journey. So the books and the online resources give you insights into how trauma affects the child and adult self. Plus, you can find ways to heal the wounded inner parts of yourself. Working with the inner child is critical in our healing and ascension journey. So many blessings to you on this important journey. So thanks, Deborah. Back to you.
Megan, thank you. Those are great tips, and I love some of the things that you said. I thought the same thing when you went on. I think it was step number 8 about playing. I was like, "Oh, I love that one," and then you said, "Oh, I love this one." So yeah, it's important to find the joy, especially in today's world, and accessing that happy inner child. So thank you for that, Megan. And, I would just like to add one more that I was thinking of. I did some inner child healing many years ago. And I was actually working with a therapist on this, and this is something that, especially if you have some very significant trauma, it may be beneficial to work with a coach or counselor or therapist on this, to help you move through some of this. But what was suggested to me, and I actually did this, and it sounded silly at first, but I went out and bought, like, in a toy store. I found a little doll that looked just like a baby, and I looked through a lot of them and found one that really resonated with me. And this doll was to represent my inner child, my little girl self. And I literally would carry it around or sleep with the doll and talk to the doll and have the doll talk to me and tell me where that wounding was. And then I would comfort her, meaning I would comfort my own inner child, because remember, this doll was a representation of me and of my younger self. And it was very, very healing. And I gave her so much love and nurturing, and it would just make me as an adult feel so warm and safe inside. And so this is something that I might suggest. I mean, I suppose you could do it with a stuffed animal, or even make a little doll out of yarn, or you don't have to go out and buy an expensive doll or anything like that. But so that's just something that worked so well for me. And I actually, my mother, who had dealt with a lifetime of trauma, which also showed up in some of her parenting, which had caused her children to experience trauma as well. I actually did the same thing with her, and she had her little baby doll, and she just would cry and cry and cry, like tears of releasing the trauma, and then just tears of joy that her little doll self was experiencing so much love at this point in her life. And so you're never too old to do this work. So we do invite you to get started on this journey. And we're going to end this portion of the program with a very lovely meditation. Oh, I just want to share this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. To take good care of ourselves, we must go back and take care of the wounded child inside of us. You have to practice going back to your wounded child every day. You have to embrace him or her tenderly, like a big brother or big sister. You have to talk to him, talk to her. You can write a letter to the little child in you of 2 or 3 pages, to that you recognize his or her presence, and you will do everything you can to heal his or her wounds. That nurturing needs to be felt, and that child needs to know you're there. I just want to share a few beautiful comments that you guys are making. Peggy says, the nurturing mother energy. Yes. And I, of course, as a representative for Sisterhood of the Rose, I am going to mention, call in the beautiful divine mother, that beautiful divine feminine energy of the goddess. She will be there for you, and she will help you through this journey. And then Kaiten, how lovely to be here with you all this evening. I feel such a loving support. Thank you for those beautiful words. And Galena is also showing gratitude to all the support and love. We are here together for each other. And again, more powerful together. We are here to support each other. This is how we get through this time, is together. So, okay. Let us move on to this meditation to heal our inner child. And again, if you can bear with me a moment, because I do have to go to a different screen for some of these longer meditations. This is a 10-minute meditation. It's so lovely. It will really make you feel very, very warm and safe inside. So let me segue onto this. Again, I appreciate your patience while I do this. And again, with any meditation, while we're waiting for this guided audio start, I invite you to please start taking your deep breaths, dropping out of your head into your heart, and breathing out any negative energy, calling in the light, calling in your supportive team, beings of light that are here to assist. And I think, let me see here. Okay. And let us begin.
Begin by getting into a comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you. And when you feel ready, lovingly close your beautiful eyes and begin to turn your awareness inwards, tuning into your breath and your body, letting your breath flow nice and easy, naturally and soft. Nothing to control, just allowing the air to flow. Feel your belly expand as you breathe in and release as you breathe out. Begin to become aware of the weight of gravity, feeling yourself anchored in this moment. Perhaps even shifting your sit bones from side to side, helping you really ground down. Or if your feet are on the floor, really feeling them planted. Take a moment now to feel yourself grounded, anchored to the surface on which you're resting. And allow yourself to release and let go of any muscles you do not need to use right now. Inviting yourself to center in. Invite yourself as well to smile, nice and gently. Let yourself experiment with finding what feels most natural and real to you. And once you find a genuine feeling smile, connect to how it makes you feel. Give your smile appreciation, sending thoughts of thank you to your smile as you let your lips relax. Still connected to the energy your smile gave you. Imagining that energy all throughout your being. And with this feeling in your body, you begin to imagine before you a rainbow bridge of light. Trust how your imagination shows you this. And begin to feel yourself lifting up and floating over the rainbow bridge, as if its energy is propelling you forward. And when you do reach the other side, you discover a doorway. When you get there, pause for a moment. Notice how the door appears for you. What sticks out in your mind about it? When you're ready, open the door and feel a flood of white light entering into this space. And it's almost like it has a magnetic pull, and it pulls you directly into a space of pure white light. Spend a few breaths just feeling the peace here. Feeling the peace in your body. And now, the white light begins to disperse to reveal that you are in an all-white room. White floors, white walls, with the exception of a giant mirror on one wall, surrounded by a gilded golden frame. On your next exhale, really let yourself release with a sigh, feeling yourself preparing emotionally to step forward towards the mirror. And when you're ready, stand before your own reflection and gaze into your eyes. And as you do so, watch as this version of you begins to transform into the child version of yourself. Imagine that you are adjusting your body so that you are at eye level with them. Perhaps both of you sitting on the floor. And begin to tune into your heart in the middle of your chest and a couple of inches inwards. And you can feel they are doing the same. And with their gaze gently and lovingly on your eyes, they say to you, "You are enough. You've given for anything you hold on to. I forgive you. I love you. You are perfect to me. There's nothing you need to do to prove yourself. I love and accept you as you are." And as you feel their love, a rainbow light extends from their heart through the mirror directly into yours. And now you both smile at each other. You may even feel yourself smiling now, reconnecting to that light and loving energy that a genuine smile brings. You feel the forgiveness so strongly that all of a sudden you recognize there is nothing you need to forgive about yourself. And as soon as you feel this release, the small child version of you steps out from the mirror and gives you an embrace. They whisper in your ear, "You are safe. It's okay to play. Have fun. And love yourself. Because I love you." And with that, you feel the two of you merging back into one. And you feel yourself lowering down through a column of rainbow light, entering into where you are in this moment. Then you slowly begin to move your body as you feel called, perhaps stretching your arms and legs, wiggling your fingers and toes, feeling the feelings of being loved, forgiven, feeling the feelings of accepting yourself. And carry these feelings with you as you slowly begin to open your eyes back to the world around you.
And welcome back. I don't know about you, but that made me cry. Oh,
Yes,
God.
this meditation is, in a sense, like a lullaby to you. So it was as if we were in our childhood timeline, in a sense, in our heart and our mind.
Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing that, Cindy. Time is not linear, even though we're led to believe that it is. And so the work we do today, and going back into our past is really, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I'm still like a little emotional about that. But yeah, it's the effect is there. It's not like, well, gosh, that was 40 years ago or something like that. No, it's we can do this work today to do the healing. And yeah, I'd be curious what anyone else thought too. Megan or Felipe, we and this is why we wanted to end this session, or this with this section, with this meditation, just because, as Cindy said, it is kind of like a lullaby and just kind of a feel good. I really liked that it did the reverse of what we think we should do. Now, this is really important, that our inner child feels safe, and that inner child does feel safer when he or she knows that you're paying attention to them. And it can help to simply acknowledge them, remind them that you're looking out for them, and send them love. So when your child is asking, am I good? Am I loved? Am I safe? Yes, you want to reassure them. But also, just like this meditation did, go into meeting with your inner child and allow them to make you feel safe, make you feel loved, let you know you're good enough and you're worthy, and that it's okay to play. I wanted to end this section with, we love this slide. Can your inner child come out and play? Yeah. So anyway, would anyone like to share? I'm going to share a few comments from in our chat here. I'm looking. I have access to the comments in the Sister of the Rose YouTube channel, so I'm sharing some of these. Anyone from the team want to share anything?
Just wanted to say that one of the first words that we learn when we are children is no. And it stays no and no and no and no. So, in a way that most adults, when we are at that stage of our lives, we just take the no by default. So, right now, we have the tools to go and explain to the child why it was like that, heal that part, and then be yes from now. Yeah? And if we remove that limitation, we can imagine how more beautiful our life is going to be because we are resonating with what we exactly are. Because when we came as children and we when we start our lives as children, we didn't have the pattern of programming that we have right now, and we would probably we have remembrances from our past lives, and we perhaps knew a little bit about our mission, but then the programming and then no starts, and then eventually we just lose all that stuff because we have to adapt to survive. So if we learn to heal our own inner child, then it's going to be fantastic because we are going to be in coherence with what we are, and then it's going to be great.
Thank you, Felipe, for sharing that. Oh gosh. I just wanted to share that Coco said I had to cry too. Yeah, Dee Dee, I cried too, and Joe as well, and I. So we will put links to these meditations in the description on the Sisterhood of the Rose YouTube channel for this recording, so that you have access to those if you would like to do it again, as well as to give credit for the lovely beings that create these beautiful meditations that we use. All right. Let's see. Oh, a beautiful comment, because I think we're moving into the comments now. Let's see. Oh my God. Peggy says, thank you so much, Deborah, Cindy, Felipe, and Megan, and everyone. It was a beautiful session. Victory of the light. We do very much appreciate you guys and your comments and your support, and as I sometimes mention, we are a volunteer team, and we do this with the intention of trying to bring more light to the planet and more healing for the light workers, you beautiful beings of light that are committed to being better and making our planet better. And so we really appreciate your kind words. So thank you for sharing that, Peggy. I don't know if there's any other comments or questions. We are just about wrapping things up. We are about to move into. I guess we have to decide if we're going to. I think we can run the. What do you think, team? Should we run the peace meditation to end this session? For anyone who would like to stay on, we can do that. And in the meantime, just some places here where you can find out about our next session. We are so far our intention is to do something right around the solstice in December. I don't have the date of that Wednesday in front of me. So that Wednesday right around the solstice, it's the Wednesday before the Christmas holiday. So right now that's what we're thinking, but definitely check the Sisterhood of the Rose social media channels, the Victory of the Light Telegram channel. Our friends at We Love Mass Meditation also do post these sessions, and you can check there for those. Let's see.
Deborah, if
Yes.
you want to find the dates of the Wednesday around the solstice, it will be on Wednesday, the 20th of December.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So energetically, that would be really, really lovely in terms of timing. So, unless something comes up, that will be our session for our next or the date for our next session, I believe. So, in the meantime, we do suggest whenever you can, there is an ongoing meditation every 4 hours. This one that we're about to do runs every 4 hours. So if these are UTC times, you can go to the We Love Mass Meditation website to see a table of time conversions. So whatever it is in your time. But it is making a difference. These meditations are having an impact. And so we need to keep these up to bring peace to the Middle East for the Israel and Gaza situation. So when we ask, let's see, Golden Trinity said that would be great in reference to closing with that meditation. Again, it is optional. We are going to invoke. We ask you to definitely stay on for a few more minutes as we invoke command 771. Cindy's going to come on and explain that to us. We'll invoke that together, and then we can start the meditation. Oh, you know what? I don't have that one queued up. Okay. I'm going to need to do that real quick. I will do that as Cindy is presenting. Let's see. Selena said, thank you. So thank you so much also, Selena. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else I need to mention. And no, we're moving into command 771 together. I'm going to turn this over to Cindy, and she can explain to us what command 771 is. If you are not familiar, it's really powerful, and again, more powerful when we do it together. So Cindy, I'll turn this over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. So I'm going to explain you the Pleiadian code command 771. So the Pleiadians have developed a protocol to assist with emotional healing called command 771. And using this command helps if you feel negative emotions or feel victimized from someone else's emotions, if you are emotionally hurt, or if you have emotional issues or traumas and wish to receive emotional healing for that. You simply need to repeat 3 times out loud or in your head, command 771, and Pleiadian medical ships will assist you with their healing beams. And you need to know that it helps to lay down and relax between 20 and 30 minutes for the healing process. And you need to know that each time you invoke a Pleiadian code, you can say a special request when you invoke it to help the Pleiadians to target things to heal more efficiently. So we are going to invoke the command 771, and you can add a request by asking to Pleiadians to help you to heal your wounded inner child. And our emotions can be positive and negative, and can affect us positively and negatively, and they can affect people around us too, and our environments. So let's not hesitate to use the command 771.
And thank you, Cindy, for sharing that. Oops. I think I've found the meditation here. Okay. Whew, sorry about that. I wasn't sure if we were going to play it or not. So didn't have that queued up. You got to love live broadcasts. As Cindy said, we do suggest that you are in a relaxed position to receive this healing. Ideally, it's 20 to 30 minutes. This meditation we're doing is 15 minutes. And so we would just invite you to stay in a relaxed state for an additional 10 to 15 minutes afterwards, just to receive the optimum healing. And so, all right, I just want to share a few other beautiful comments. Gleena, victory of the light, love and truth. Yes, we are moving closer to victory of the light. Joe says, I love you, dear sisters. Thank you for this wonderful session. I often invoke command 771, victory of the light. Yeah, it's this, thank you, Joe, for that. And this invocation is great to do when literally when you're going to bed. I mean, what a perfect time to do this, right? So, okay, let me just switch. So what we're going to do, we're going to invoke this together. We're going to, again, bring yourself into a relaxed state. Hopefully you're in a comfortable position. And you don't necessarily have to be laying down, but just in a relaxed state. And so we'll invoke this 3 times. If you can just repeat after me. And then I will start the meditation. So I'm just going to share another comment before we do that from Catton's beautiful healing space to be in. Thank you for creating the space. You're welcome. And thank you for joining us. Please, please share these sessions with people. The more people that we get to attend these, especially when we do these live together, the more powerful it is for everyone. So please share these with people that you feel might benefit or enjoy it. So, all right, let us move on as we finish this session. Let us move on to invoking command 771 together. So if you could just repeat after me. Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Great. Thank you. Okay, know that the healing process is starting. And bear with me for a moment as I cue up this meditation. Let us meditate together for peace in Israel and Gaza. It will start soon, I promise.
Use your own technique to bring you to a relaxed state of consciousness. State your intent to bring peace and healing to the conflict in Israel. Invoke the violet flame from its primary source to place a circle of protection around you during and after the meditation. ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light. Visualize a pillar of pink light emanating from the galactic central sun and then descending down through your body and deep into the center of the earth. Visualize this light flowing through your heart and then through your hands directly to everybody involved in the conflict in Israel, harmonizing everyone and bringing peace. Visualize this conflict being dissolved, resolved, and healed quickly and in the best possible way. Visualize humanitarian aid reaching people in Gaza and their situation being resolved in the best possible way. Let the pink light then flow onwards, healing all other conflicts worldwide. Ask the goddess presence, the divine feminine, to direct energies of peace and harmony to all unresolved situations regarding the conflict in Israel and everyone involved in it. Visualize negotiations resulting in lasting peace in the area. Let these energies then flow onwards and heal all other conflicts worldwide. Allow these energies to continue to flow through your heart and then through your hands into these situations for a few minutes. Goddess wants peace, and peace it shall be.
And welcome back. Thank you to those of you who have stayed on to send some of your beautiful, beautiful energy into that situation, calling upon the much needed goddess presence into our planet. So, all right, we are going to wrap for today. We again, we invite you to stay into that peaceful place for a few moments to experience your healing, your emotional healing. We wish you much luck on your journey. We encourage you to, as I mentioned earlier, continue when you can on the 4-hour mark to continue with that meditation that we just did. And we invite you to join us next time. As I said, please share. And you can also find a recording of this on the Sister of the Rose YouTube channel. Of course, please like and subscribe, and let's build that channel. Let's make it strong and powerful. So I'd like to thank everyone. Thank the beautiful team that's with us today. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Felipe. And thank you so much to everyone who has participated today. You guys are the best, honestly, that you take your time to do this. We have tremendous love and respect for you. So we will see you next time. And in the meantime, we do say victory of the light.
Victory of the light.
Victory of the light.
Victory of the light.
Woohoo! Okay.
Victory of the light.
Victory of the light.